Hey everyone, I want to discuss today something that I've been working on for quite a while, to be honest. It's not even particular article or a typical attempt to understand piece, but recently I achieved something I never thought I'd do. I reached 100% on the save file of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. For a lot of you, that probably doesn't mean too much, but there is quite a lot that goes into that task, and I've spent quite a lot of time doing it. So, to be honest, it's been something that is, I don't know, it's been going on for a long time. I've went into the game a bunch of different times, and I just want to talk today about my experience of 100% in it and the reflection that it inspired. So, yeah, let's jump into it. First of all, let's just talk cold, hard numbers. So it took me, I believe the in-game tracker, like on the stats, said 92 to 95 hours, but the PlayStation tracker was like 115 hours around there. So depending on how you look at it, I don't know how the stat measures it differently from PlayStation or whatever, but that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. Obviously, it's not fully comparative to, like an esports person who's putting in like 1,000, 2,000 hours into CSGO or League of Legends, or the Animal Crossing people who are like obsessed with that game and put, over 1,700 hours in. But, for me, this was a lot. This was a pretty big task, So again, to jump in, when I first started playing the game, I didn't really set out to do 100%. I was just enjoying the story, exploring the world, appreciating stuff, and I kind of ended up paying for that a wee bit, to be honest. But I'll talk about that in a minute. I have done bloody everything in that game. Obviously I've played all the missions, all the main missions, side missions, all the activities. I've raced every race. There's like over 70 races. I've raced all of those. There's courier missions. I've done the courier missions. There's side activities. I've done all the side activities. I have completed the triathlons in the game. You don't even have to do that for 100%, but I completed the triathlons. Spent time stealing like 10 grand worth of things in the robbery mini game to get infinite sprint just to do the triathlons, then realizing they're not even required. So there's a long list of stuff, and like I said, I didn't even plan on 100% when I first played it. But as I started to come back to the game after finishing the story initially, I kind of looked at some of the trophies, and that gave me a little bit of an incentive. There's kind of some smaller milestones I could hit when trying to get the Platinum Trophy, which, for anyone that doesn't know, the Platinum Trophy is the one you get once you get all the other trophies that a game has, and the 100% save file is part of getting that trophy for GTA. But like I said, what really helped me were those trophies. They kind of gave me smaller, like actionable milestones that could kind of keep me motivated and keep me in the spirit of things. And then once I had ticked a couple extra of those trophies off, I was able to look at the rest of what I had to do, and it no longer seemed like a mountain of things I had to conquer, but more of a map that I could actually like take and guide me and complete things. It was really difficult, to be honest. There's some stuff that is just tedious, and then there's some stuff that's like actually tricky to do. I finished all of the driving skills. My friend sat down and we blasted through the driving, the flying, the boat skills, getting the gold medal on all of them. So if anyone's played it, you need to get like pixel perfect or have the game just about allow you to get that gold medal for all of that. But other stuff was just, like I said, courier missions. You're like throwing packages at people, for like 45 minutes straight. After hearing all that, after hearing all this stuff, you might be thinking, why? Why would you bother? Why would you waste your time doing all of these things? And to be honest, that was something I thought about when I finished. I was like, oh my goodness, you can actually look at the time and you're like, that's a lot of time. I could have spent that time doing many other things, But you got to remember, I was entertained. I was enjoying myself doing it. And at a certain point, it became a bit of a mission to me. It was more than just playing the game for a couple more hours and getting some more enjoyment out of it. It was actually pursuing this thing, achieving this thing. And it really reminded me that it's important to take that moment to look back at the things we've been doing and the progress that we've made, and give yourself a wee pat on the back. You know what I mean? Because it's difficult. It's difficult to do this life stuff. Life has things that are just tedious. You don't want to do it, like the dishes, and have more difficult things like learning all the skills behind video production. But hitting this 100% helped to prove to me a wee bit, to remind me of the progress and stuff that I've made. Which I'm just chuffed about, to be perfectly honest. So if you have something else out there, if you have a project that you're working on, a goal that you're moving towards, look back at what you've already accomplished. Have a look at where you were when you started out at whatever you're doing right now. Even if it's something really simple, even if it's your job isn't the most technical of jobs in terms of education, or whatever it is kind of day to day that you're doing. Look back, and there's going to be such a clear difference between where you started in that thing and then where you are now. And being able to look at the GTA situation, being able to look at the time that it sank in to doing that 100% save file, honestly, like I said, there's a mixture of emotions. There's like, was it worth it? But to be honest, yeah, it was worth it. I really enjoyed it. I've had a fantastic time with that game. It's one of the best games ever, and I honestly am proud of hitting the 100%. It took a lot of work and planning. Like, just to give you the tiniest of ideas, okay, the tiniest of ideas. The thing that I finished last on the GTA profile was the spray tags. The spray tags are all in Los Santos, which is like the bottom part of the map. I'll maybe have a photo there. All of the spray tags in Los Santos, they need you to fully run up to it with a little spray can, hold the trigger, go like that. It puts the new animation over the paint that was there before, and that pops up to say it's finished. Sometimes you get like a wanted level, a policeman will shout at you and try to have a go at you for spray painting the wall. And usually any gang members in that area, because they're all gang tags, if I didn't say, they'll start fighting you because you're spraying over their tag. Now, luckily, I did it right at the end of the game, after I did so many other things. So I didn't have any gang members harassing me. I cleared all the territories and made them mine, so that was a bit easier. But something I didn't know is the spray tags will actually stay mostly covered if you run away mid-spray. So I had one situation, I got so lucky that I realised it was this. I had one situation where I was spraying a wall, it gave me a wanted level, and a police officer started to run over to me, so I had to dip. I didn't want to get arrested and lose all my stuff, so I ran away. And as I ran away, it didn't finish the tag. There is literally the tiniest, like the bottom of the tag is like a 14, and then the 4 ends with like a squiggle, and the only thing that wasn't completed was like the tail on that squiggle. It was like just a 4 with nothing below it. And just randomly driving around, rechecking every spot for the millionth time, because I had went around every tag spot probably about 4 times, to be honest. So eventually I double checked that one because I had saved the clip because I was annoyed that I got chased away, and I realized that little squiggle was missing. So I was on 99 out of 100 tags and had to go around basically every other tag. Again, I sat down with a mate, so it wasn't too bad, but honestly, it was so frustrating having to go to every single spot, checking it, just to see if that little squiggle was there. Honestly, to be honest, I went on a whole ramble there, so apologies, I've lost myself a little bit. But look, to wrap up, I'm really proud of what I've done. The way that I messed myself over a little bit in playing it the first time, like I said earlier, was because I didn't really take it seriously and trying to get all the achievements. There's a couple trophies. There's a couple trophies that are locked to certain missions. Like, you have to do the mission, you have to do it all stealth, you have to sneak into a place all stealth. And I just didn't do that the first time. I just didn't care to. I was like, I'm having a great time, I'll just replay it if I want. And that's really biting me now, because I've got the 100% save file, and I need to basically replay about 3/4 of the game if I want to get that platinum trophy. So that's more time, But we'll see. We'll see if I get round to it. But look, guys, like, again, thank you for listening to my ramble. If you've ever 100%ed a game or hit a particular achievement in gaming or anything else, really, that you sunk a bunch of time into, let me know in the comments. Love to hear your experiences and share some thoughts. But otherwise, again, keep going, keep working, keep moving forward and bettering yourself. And if you're going for something right now, like 100%, wish you all the best of luck, my friend. I really do. I think that's about going to do us on this episode of An Attempt to Understand. I hope you've enjoyed, and until next time, keep grinding, keep working away. You've got this. I believe in you. Bye-bye.